Hello and welcome back. We're going to cover my 5-day overview of the 5-day lesson plan. And so let me share my screen so everyone can see what I'm talking about. So the standard I chose is going to be the same standard throughout the 5-day block. The standard is to construct an explanation based on evidence for how the availability of natural resources, occurrence of natural hazards, and changes in climate have influenced human activity. So as you can see, there's a lot going on in that standard, but essentially each day is going to cover one of these variables, either natural resources, natural hazards, changes in climate, or human activity, or it will cover multiple and show the relationship between them. So the standard is the same for each day, but the essential questions are different each day. So for day one, the essential question is, what is the relationship between human activity and natural hazards? Day two, how can natural hazards affect climate? Day three, how can natural hazards affect the availability of natural resources? Day four, can human activity amplify or worsen natural hazards? And day five, how can you incorporate what you've learned about natural hazards into your demonstration? So the thing on day five is, all of my students are going to get into groups of 4, and they're all going to take out of the box materials, and they're going to construct their own natural hazard and then present it to the class. So what that is going to do is really show me who understands the material and can communicate it effectively to their peers. So one of the other things the instructor wanted us to cover is the relevance to the class. So instead of reading all of this right here, it's relevant because there are localized natural hazards that we deal with in California every year, which are wildfires and earthquakes. So that's going to be a really big focal point, and how specifically those two natural hazards affect human activity, affect the availability of natural resources, and potentially how they affect changing climate. So I'm just going to try to use those two natural hazards to really relate the information to my students, using it as like a local reference. The purpose for learning this is not just, to learn the standard and the multiple layers within the standard, but to also teach students soft skills like teamwork, collaboration, and communication, and just, being able to work with others and understand that there's always more than one perspective when people come together and trying to work towards a common goal. So I hope that helped everybody. Hope that breakdown is sufficient enough for everyone. Have a great weekend, and let's finish this class strong.